What if your AI assistant didn't just answer questions? It actually went out and did things for you. Booked your meetings, wrote and sent your emails, managed your files, ordered your groceries, handled your customer service tickets, all without you lifting a finger. That's not science fiction. That's AI agents, and they are arriving faster than almost anyone expected. In the next few years, this shift is going to change how we work, how companies operate, and what it even means to do a job. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what AI agents are, why they're different from the chatbots you already know, and what this all means for you. Let's start with the basics, because the term AI agent gets thrown around a lot and it means different things to different people. When most people think of AI right now, they think of something like ChatGPT or Gemini. You type a question, you get an answer. It's a conversation, it's reactive. You ask, it responds. That's it. An AI agent is fundamentally different. An agent has goals, it has tools, and it has the ability to take actions in the world, not just generate text. Think of it this way. A chatbot is like a brilliant friend you can call for advice. An AI agent is like hiring that brilliant friend to actually do the work for you. The agent can read your email, write a response, and send it. It can search the web, find relevant information, synthesize it into a report, and format that report exactly how your boss likes it. It can check your calendar, find a free slot, reach out to the other party's assistant, and confirm a meeting, all on its own. Agents work through a loop that researchers call perceive, plan, act. They perceive their environment, reading data, receiving inputs. They plan, figuring out the best steps to accomplish their goal. And then they act, using tools to actually do things in the world. Those tools can be almost anything: web browsers, code executors, email clients, databases, APIs, file systems, even other AI models. The agent orchestrates all of these to get a job done. AI agents aren't a brand new idea. Researchers have been working on autonomous agents for decades. So why is this suddenly a real thing now? The answer comes down to the quality of the underlying AI models. For an agent to work reliably, it needs to understand complex instructions, reason through multi-step problems, recover from errors, and know when it's stuck and needs to ask for help. Earlier AI models just weren't good enough to do this reliably. They'd make dumb mistakes, lose track of context, or confidently go in completely the wrong direction. The latest generation of large language models, GPT-4, Claude 3, Gemini 1.5, and their successors, have crossed a threshold where agentic behavior actually works. Not perfectly, not every time, but well enough to be genuinely useful. At the same time, the tooling around agents has exploded. Frameworks like LangChain, AutoGen, CrewAI, and Llama Index make it dramatically easier to build multi-step, multi-tool agent pipelines. OpenAI released their Assistance API with built-in tool calling. Anthropic has published research on how to build reliable agents with Claude. The infrastructure is coming together, and the investment is following. Every major tech company, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, is pouring billions into agentic AI. This isn't a side project anymore. This is the main event. Let's get concrete, because this stuff can feel abstract until you see it in action. Customer service. Companies are deploying AI agents that can handle entire customer service interactions end-to-end, not just reading from a script, actually looking up your account, understanding your problem, processing returns, issuing refunds, escalating to a human if needed. Klarna, the payments company, has reported that their AI agent handles the work of 700 full-time customer service employees. Software development. GitHub Copilot is already helping developers write code, but the next generation goes much further. Agents like Devin, developed by Cognition AI, can be given a software task and go end-to-end, reading documentation, writing code, running tests, debugging errors, and delivering working software. Software engineering as we know it is about to look very different. Research and analysis. Financial firms are using agents to monitor markets, read earnings calls, cross-reference filings, and generate investment research reports. Work that used to take a team of analysts days can now happen in hours automatically. Personal productivity. Tools like Notion AI, Microsoft Copilot in Windows, and various startup products are beginning to offer personal AI agents that manage your files, organize your notes, draft communications, and help you get through your workday faster. Autonomous browsing. Agents like RabbitR1, the operator feature from OpenAI, and a dozen others can literally browse the web for you, filling out forms, making purchases, booking travel, just like a human would. Here's where it gets really interesting and really powerful. Individual agents are impressive, but the future is multi-agent systems, where you have teams of specialized agents working together. Think about how a company works. You've got people in different roles: sales, operations, finance, marketing, engineering. They each have their specialty, and they collaborate to accomplish big goals. Multi-agent AI works the same way. You might have an orchestrator agent that manages the overall workflow and breaks it into subtasks. Then you have specialist agents, one that handles web research, one that writes content, one that manages data, one that handles communications. The orchestrator coordinates them, hands off work, and synthesizes the results. This architecture is dramatically more capable than a single agent trying to do everything. The specialists can be optimized for their specific task. The orchestrator can manage complexity that would overwhelm a single model, and the whole system can tackle projects that are completely beyond what any individual, human or AI, could handle alone. OpenAI's research paper on AI agents described scenarios where these multi-agent systems might eventually do things that would normally take months of human expert time, in days or even hours. I'd be doing you a disservice if I only talked about the upside. Agents come with real challenges and risks that the industry is actively wrestling with. Reliability. Agents can and do make mistakes. When a chatbot makes a mistake, you get a wrong answer and you move on. When an agent makes a mistake, it might send a bad email to a client, delete the wrong file, or make a purchase you didn't intend. The consequences of errors are higher when the AI is actually doing things in the world. Security. A new attack vector called prompt injection can cause agents to go off course. A malicious piece of text on a web page, for example, could potentially instruct an agent browsing the web to take actions you never authorized. This is an active area of security research. Oversight. As agents become more autonomous, the question of human oversight becomes critical. How much should you let an agent do without checking in? What decisions should always require a human? Figuring out the right balance is genuinely hard and depends heavily on context. Job displacement. This is the one that keeps economists up at night. If agents can do knowledge work autonomously, what happens to the millions of people whose jobs consist of knowledge work? This is a real and serious question that society is going to have to grapple with. I'll cover this in depth in a separate video because it deserves its own full treatment. So where does this leave you? What should you actually do with this information? First, understand that agents are not a future thing. They're a right now thing. If you're in any field that involves knowledge work, writing, analysis, research, coding, administration, customer service, agents are already beginning to affect your industry. Getting ahead of this curve matters. Second, start experimenting. You don't need to build your own agent from scratch. Tools like OpenAI's Operator, Microsoft Copilot, and various consumer-facing products are making agentic AI accessible to regular users. Start playing with them. Understand what they can and can't do. Third, think about how to use agents to multiply your own output. The people who are going to thrive in an agentic AI world are the ones who figure out how to work with agents effectively, directing them, correcting them, combining their output with their own judgment and expertise. Think of yourself as a manager of AI agents, not a competitor to them. Fourth, pay attention to the governance conversations happening in government, in tech, and in your industry. AI agents operating with significant autonomy raises serious questions about accountability, liability, and oversight. These policy debates are going to shape how this technology gets deployed. AI agents represent what many researchers are calling the most significant shift in AI since large language models themselves arrived. We've gone from AI that talks to AI that acts, and that changes everything. If this video gave you a clearer picture of where we're headed, drop a like and subscribe. I cover the AI developments that actually matter in plain language every week. Leave a comment below. What's the first thing you'd want an AI agent to do for you? I read every single one. See you in the next one.